In this video, as in my previous one, I will just repeat what other people said much better in other videos on YouTube. So if you didn't watch them yet, I suggest you to go and do it. But I've decided to make this one as well because I think it's always useful to see another face talking about these things. I will ask anyone who is considering the idea of creating a new sentient being by having a child or possibly breeding an animal to move away from this idea and avoid it. So first of all, we should think about the fact that who doesn't exist doesn't have any interest in living. So when we create someone, we are not doing something in their interest, but just in our own interest. Then suffering should be taken into consideration. Think about the idea of creating a sentient being who will only experience pain and suffering. Most people would agree that creating such being would be wrong, and we would be morally obliged to avoid it. Now think about the idea of creating a sentient being who will only experience pleasure and happiness. We could argue that creating such being would not be wrong, but at the same time, we would not be morally obliged to create such a being. So we can come to the conclusion that creating a sentient being who will experience both pleasure and suffering cannot be morally justified. That's because while we are not morally obliged to create someone who will experience pleasure, creating someone who will suffer remains wrong. So I hope you will make the right choice. Thank you for listening. And if you want, you will see me in my next video. Bye.